The number one most exciting part about being a Hot Wheels collector that never gets old is when you're lucky enough to be the first person that gets to dig through a freshly opened box of brand new stock. And then when you get to do it again. And again. Then it's time to brace your bank account for another savage beating, because when you can't stop winning, just keep hunting. I knew that this hunting adventure was going to be absolutely epic as soon as I stepped foot inside store number 1 of 17 for today's video, as you better believe that we're walking up to a fresh restock filled with the most desirable and highly sought after mainline basic cars that I won't have to pay triple the retail price for on eBay. And that's because we're the first collector here, and it's 100% true that being first counts, as I won't be forced to support the idiotic scalpers that completely ruin how awesome it feels to find god-tier Hot Wheels hung up in store, just like this one. Oh, what? No way! I was planning on collecting every treasure hunt car release for 2025, and I guess that this means that my journey starts here, with this Jaguar-inspired Hot Wheels fantasy car from the 2025 B case. And another car that everyone will be hunting hard for is this god-tier blue Subaru. Drop me a comment and let me know which release is on the top of your most wanted list to find out in the wild and why, as there are actually so many awesome cars from this particular case of 72 cars that I know the majority of collectors will be furiously hunting for, as Hot Wheels just like this are mandatory to own in your collection for sure. Oh wow, no way! At the top of my most wanted list for today's hunt was this awesome bright blue Honda Civic. Make sure that you stick around, as I can tell you right now that this isn't the only time that we'll be seeing this 90s JDM masterpiece, which will be coming up later on in this video. All of these mainline basic cars are so much fun to find out in the wild, and very deserving of their £1.69 price tag, as all of these amazing releases should 100% feature in every Hot Wheels collection around the world. Let's also expertly dig through all of the premium cars in stock right now, and oh man, the luck is definitely turned on for today's hunt, as I know a lot of you guys will be having a tough time trying to get your hands on one of these Tyrannosaurus Rex Porsche 911 GT3s. All of my subscribers know that this BMW fanboy is double happy to find the bright orange version for the 320 Group 5, which is the second best car from this set for real. Looks like you could easily make a full set or 3 from all of the cars struggling to hold onto the pegs today.
1 week later.
A few days before uploading this video, I revisited the same Smyths Toys and oh man, it looks like a completely different store. I didn't even realise that the Salt Flats set was dropping this soon. Initially, I thought that this whole set was a pass, and I'm sure a lot of other collectors would say the exact same thing. But now that I have this thing in my hand, I actually think that the ground effects is going to get slept on. It's very unlikely that I'll be spending any more money on this set of 5 cars, but I'm definitely grabbing this one for sure. Oh nice, jackpot! Now this beautifully British team transport looks incredible in real life, and everyone should probably buy too, as you're definitely going to want to open and enjoy this epic duo for sure. Plenty of Porsche Premium 2 packs in store today, that's actually so many, and we also found the yellow Toyota Corolla team transport, and the car for this one is a must-have for sure. Personally, I would have enjoyed some Lamborghini branding on this version of the Flipside hauler, but also I understand that by having everything in solid black just like this, now we have a Flipside hauler that works for so many other premium Hot Wheels cars to display inside and enjoy. Next up and in store right now, there are actually some god-tier cars from the 4th set of Neon Speeders, especially this S13 Silvia in matte black and this Gorilla livery R56 Mini Cooper Challenge. In fact, all of these blacklight activated wild animal liveries go hard, and I'll 100% be buying a full box of 10 cars for this set online. No matter what everyone else says, the truth here is that this Fast and Furious mix is only mid. I'm just grabbing the McLaren in red from this set, and only because I have the other premium version from Exotic MV1. Oh wow, now we're talking. This cool combi was actually towards the top of my most wanted Hot Wheels to find out in the wild, as even if you don't collect tiny VWs, this one could well be one of those anniversary releases to collect and keep locked up inside of its packaging for keepsake purposes, as this is a really nice premium choice and design for an anniversary Hot Wheels. Let me know in the comments if you're grabbing Jay Leno's Mazda Cosmo, or if this car is a pass for you. Looks like Rexy and the orange BMW are for sure going to be a lot harder to find than the other race day peg warmers that you can see here. And lastly, let's quickly admire this super fun old school Toyota 4Runner, and although yes, 143 cars are expensive, I'm still collecting this series and trying my best to pick them up when I see one on sale for $14.99 or less. This is definitely one of those moments where you realise that you're the first collector to walk up to multiple freshly opened boxes of Hot Wheels, and oh man do I feel grateful that I showed up to this entertainer toy shop at just the right time, and oh wow, it looks like we've hit the Hot Wheels jackpot, as all of the most desirable and awesome mainline basic cars are here today. I know that there isn't a collector out there watching right now that would pass on any of these god tier Hot Wheels, and 100% you guys need to get yourselves out hunting if you're missing any of these cars from your collection. After reading a lot of comments from you guys, especially from my fellow UK collectors, if you're looking to find super treasure hunt, then you'll have more luck checking for Hot Wheels at your local supermarket, as you better believe that this toy shop and Smyths Toys Superstore are ripping open brand new cases of Hot Wheels just like this inside the stockroom first, and then only putting out the scraps on the shop floor for real collectors like you and I. Personally, I will never get tired of trying to find all of the best and most desirable Hot Wheels first, and when you check your local hunting grounds as often as I do, it's always great when you don't have to support the eBay scalpers and pay a sensible price to own epic and amazing cars just like these. The Porsche Safari is by far the best treasure hunt car from 2024, and no matter what, it's always extremely lucky to find one of these awesome Hot Wheels out in the wild. And when you get to pull one out of a fresh case just like this, it's definitely these rare moments that make you realise why Hot Wheels hunting is such a good time. If you enjoy all of my hard work, then drop me a like on this video and smash subscribe, as for real it costs you absolutely nothing and helps the channel out infinitely. Okay, let's move this hunt into 6th gear, and I'll show you guys exactly what's going down at my local Tesco supermarket. For store number 3, we're actually hitting a Tesco superstore that I've never featured before here on the channel. And going back to what I said previously, judging by how many Hot Wheels have been dumped inside these 2 cardboard display boxes, it's very likely that one day you'll catch a fresh restock where a random member of staff unknowingly tips a brand new box of Hot Wheels out onto the shop floor, without realising that super treasure hunts even exist. So let's get busy and I'll show you exactly what was hiding here today. Get ready and brace yourself for some unbelievable luck coming up next. And lastly, guys, can someone please tell me why my pink Solero GTs are always missing their Spectraflame paint and real rider wheels? Pack inside another super lucky Smyths Toys, and just when you think the pegs are dry, as you can see on the bottom row for this display stand, it looks like this store is well overdue a fresh restock, so let me grab a member of staff and ask if anything new has been delivered recently. Oh man, you guys are going to absolutely love this, because as the saying goes, ask and you shall receive. And wow, am I thanking the Hot Wheels gods right now as we dive headfirst into some more awesome cars like these 2 purple beauties right here. Okay, so after going through everything from the top layer, for your inspection, here's everything left behind at the bottom of the box. But wait, there's more. No way. The same member of staff just brought out another new case of Hot Wheels. Oh man, this is so unbelievably lucky. And hopefully there are some more newer releases hiding inside this one. Jackpot, now this is more like it. And it's definitely super lucky to find another bright blue Honda Civic. Here's the mainline basic version for the ALDI Quattro that would have been the super treasure hunt for this case. And let me know if you think that this is the worst paint colour for what is now the 10th version that we have for the RS2 in the Hot Wheels universe. There are actually so many different and awesome cars from this case, and I know that there isn't a collector out there that would call any of these epic Hot Wheels trash, and going from worst to best, I'm really enjoying this bright yellow version of the Ford Maverick Custom. Moving on and digging down deeper, let's find out which other treasures have been left behind for us to find today. Definitely do not sleep on this absolutely wild DeLorean, as this Hot Wheels is impossible to ignore with its bright pink windows and wheels. And you better believe that this Aldi and this god-tier Mustang GTD will also be heading over to the checkout and will be coming home with me. Welcome to the first ever Lidl supermarket featured here on the channel. I've definitely checked here multiple times in the past, and until today, the stores near me have never had any Hot Wheels in stock. Well, today our luck is about to change as I walk up to a huge pile of cars to dig through. Okay, sure, this is clearly a much older case, but I know a lot of you guys would still pick up most of these old school beauties, especially when Lidl are only asking £1.69 each, which is exactly the same price as Smyths Toys. And oh man, no way! I've actually never found this red version for the Toyota Supra as a short card out in the wild. That's so super lucky. Here's a quick showcase for all of the other best cars from this awesome pile of Hot Wheels, and I think that you guys would agree I'd have to be an absolute fool to leave behind these three. It's time to hit my local ASDA supermarket, and when you walk up to a fresh restock for the Nissan 180SX Fast and Furious cars with all 5 premium cars in stock, it looks like a member of staff has been working hard to refresh the Hot Wheels, and judging by how many cars are stuffed into this display box, let's get busy and I'll show you guys exactly what was hiding inside this one. Okay, so it looks like this box was a dud. Here's the 2 non-Super Treasure Hunt Mitsubishis, and in fact, the only other car worth holding up to the camera is this one. If you've watched my hunting videos before, then you know that when the Hot Wheels are stacked this neatly inside of their display box just like this, it's time to get stuck in, as a lot of UK collectors have been leaving me comments about all of the Super Treasure Hunt Hot Wheels they've been finding inside of an ALDI supermarket. And yes, I've also found my very own Super out in the wild inside of an Aldi. Always a win to find both of these treasure hunt bikes, and after expertly sorting through everything here from both of these display boxes of Hot Wheels, this is what I found. Hold on to your hats for real, as we find ourselves back inside another super lucky Smyths Toys, and although it's very disappointing to see the Hot Wheels section in such a disrespectful mess, don't worry, I've got this, and I'll make sure to change this situation before we leave here today. And oh man, nice! No way, looks like Modern Classics 5 is finally hitting stores, and I know that you guys will be very pleased to learn that I have a sealed case of 10 cars for this set on pre-order, and I'll be making a dedicated unboxing video when it arrives. So make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications so that you can be the first to find out if I scored myself the Poundland GTR Chase. Let me know in the comments if you're going to grab all 3 releases from this mix of Team Transport. Personally, I'm still on Team Land Rover Jaguar, but also I think it's going to be very hard to find the Lamborghini. Still a couple of pieces left behind for the 90s street scene, and it's always super lucky to find the McLaren and the BMW from Neon Speeders 3 out in the wild. Let me know if this Datsun truck is hard to find or a peg warmer in your local area. And lastly, after checking all of the mainline basic cars, here's the best 3 that I've found here today. I'm also going to pick up this 10-pack as they're on sale for just $9.99 right now, which is a really great price. And as promised, after 2 minutes of my time, I did leave the Hot Wheels section in a much more presentable condition. Let's quickly check the pegs for awesome Hot Wheels inside this Poundland, because straight away, and calling out to me, it's impossible to ignore this ultra desirable Honda Civic. I'm also going to grab this blue version for the electric Fiat 500, which I didn't need before, but I do now, after finding the golden nugget version of this car. And lastly, let's cut to the good part, which is where I show you guys these 3 awesome Hot Wheels right here. I know all of you guys have these 3 Hot Wheels in your collection already, and it looks like this case was a dud, so it's time to move on to store number 10. Here's one of those really weird hunting moments for you guys. As you can see here, this is the standard reality, and more often than not, I know that most collectors experience the pegs looking exactly like this where you live. But what? Did I actually just find my first Hot Wheels monster truck treasure hunt? out in the wild. And why is this thing just chilling here on its own? For everyone who doesn't know already, you can identify a monster truck treasure hunt as these Hot Wheels exclusively have red tire wall pinstripes on each wheel. And for everyone who still wants to see the good stuff, I would have to say that it was probably these 5 cars right here. Enjoy, you're welcome. Back inside the second ASDA supermarket featured in today's video, and straight away this fresh restock for the Nissan 180SX Fast and Furious cars has caught my eye, as all of these Hot Wheels are on sale for only £6.50 each, which is definitely one of the lowest prices I've ever seen for premium cars here in the UK. Whilst we're here, this mini metal dump bin is looking very healthy and filled with loads of Hot Wheels, but also after checking through everything in stock today, there was only actually this.
Luca! Bueno! Piñu! Bueno! Piñu! Bueno!
Morrisons is another supermarket that you can check for Hot Wheels here in the UK. And oh no, it looks like someone dropped a bomb on the Hot Wheels section, but what's caught my attention are these premium Boulevard cars, all of which should 100% be in your collection right now. And of course we won't be finding the Spoon Civic, but it's still very lucky to find these 3 for sure. Let's find out exactly what's going down inside this box of Hot Wheels. Well, actually that's not a Hot Wheels, that's also not acceptable. Okay, now this is more like it. Nice to see that Morrisons have some newer releases in stock today. This Pontiac is a must pick up for sure if you don't have this Hot Wheels in your collection already. And what? Jackpot, oh man. I've actually been looking for this one for so long, I don't even know why this Golf livery Cobra has been evading me, but this is such an epic win for my collection, and I'm extremely happy that I checked this store today. Loving this light grey version for the Alfa Romeo, and lastly, shout out to all of these 4 awesome Hot Wheels right here. Let's set the record for the fastest store visit to an ALDI supermarket on YouTube by cutting to the good part from these 2 display boxes of Hot Wheels, which is where I show you guys these 4 cars right here, and by checking this grocery store as often as I can. Hopefully in the not so distant future I'll be holding up to the camera another super treasure hunt from ALDI. Looks like my Poundland dropped a fresh case of Hot Wheels recently, so let's speed run through all 72 cars from what looks like a H case, and in my opinion the top 5 best and most desirable pieces that everyone should have in their collections right now are these juicy Hot Wheels right here. Next up, and hitting the third ASDA supermarket, 2 things are leaping out at me right now, as the Hot Wheels are on sale for just £1.40 a piece, which is amazing, and when you find this super cool VW T3 Custom, that's your cue to start digging. Oh wow, nice! Looks like everything you'd hope to find is here and in stock right now. I know that there isn't a collector out there who would call any of these trash for just £1.40 each, and although I will be leaving behind every single car that I hold up to the camera, this is still proof that the more times you go out hunting for Hot Wheels, the more chances you have of finding exactly what you're looking for. Let's also absolutely blast through a whole Smyths Toys superstore that I have never showcased before here on the channel. And when you find this super cool tuned Liberty Walk Skyline, it's very likely that some other very nice Hot Wheels finds, like this Fast and Furious Silver Series RX-7 and this harder to find premium Porsche 2-pack, and in fact all 3 of the 2-packs are here today and are all awesome products that everyone should have in their collections right now. Looks like this store is still waiting for a Team Transport update, but I know a lot of you guys would be happy to pick up some of these beauties for just £12.99 each. Here's the top 3 best mainline basic cars that I found from everything in stock right now. And lastly, here are all of the 143 cars and of course an absolute ton of collector display sets, both of which are warming the shelves as always. Shout out to all of the legendary people watching right now, and I'm not going to end this video without showing you guys some heat. And with this said, it looks like we found the premium Boulevard cars numbers 106 to 110, although you have to be especially lucky to find the white Mazda, which was very likely sniped inside of the stockroom first before these cars were hung up on the shop floor. However, I know that some of you guys would say that finding both of the Acuras instead is even luckier. It's time to dive headfirst into this Hot Wheels table, as right off the bat I've just spotted some old school Hot Wheels in stock. And no way, what is this tiny white fresh Honda doing here? Oh man, wow, look at this. You can see here on the back of the card that this Hot Wheels is in fact 4 years old. It's also definitely not every day that anyone can show you 3 of these Porsche 917s, which are actually the original mainline basic version that became a premium for the Porsche Collector's display set. Oh man, there are literally hundreds of Hot Wheels in stock today, and I can actually show you guys a second table inside this entertainer, so let's find out what's going on over there. Definitely seeing a few harder to find pieces amongst all of this. Let's end today's hunt on a massive high and find a treasure hunt. And as luck would have it, boom, Chevy Impala spooky treasure hunt found, jackpot. Okay, so after decisions were made and in full transparency as always, the total cost for these 50 Hot Wheels products, including 4 premiums, 3 team transports and 1 Silver Series vehicle, wrecked my bank balance by £172.15, which then averages out to just £2.77 per item. If you would like to discover new and awesome diorama displays for your diecast collection, then you'll be very pleased to learn that I've left an interesting link as a pinned comment and inside this video's description as well. Take it easy everyone, appreciate each and every one of you for watching. I'll see you in the next one, and stay lucky fellow diecast collector.